I can't believe it. After 2 hours of travel, I'm here at the Smile Hotel in Asagaya. That's the metro stop in this neighborhood. Asagaya. This is coffee. Unfortunately, it's black. So right next to it, I'm going to try this stuff here. Georgia. Seems to be coffee with some milk in it. I'm not really sure because maybe you can read Japanese, but it seems to be coffee. I'll give it a shot. Boy, and I'm somewhat mystified. What do the Japanese do with their garbage? Well, let's see. I'll drop it off at the Starbucks, hopefully. It's 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm at Narita Airport. It seems like a provincial airport at that because there's hardly anybody here, which is really good news. It makes for a soft landing, so to speak. And take it from here. I notice back here is the Narita Airport train that goes to central Tokyo Station, which is where I have to go. And I gotta buy a ticket. Here's the Narita Airport Express going to downtown. As far as I can tell, the price of the ticket is about $40, 3,100 yen. It's an option I did not take. I'm taking, what am I taking? Let's have a look. My first contact with Tokyo is the Asagaya district. This is a soft entry to Tokyo because it's just a normal neighborhood centered around the railway station, Asagaya. My hotel, the Smile Hotel, is just down that way, about a 3 or 4 minute walk. It backs right up against the railway tracks, and it's $70. All the activity is around the railway station, like I say, and one of the nice things is a pedestrian zone just back here. It's a casino with every time the door opens, there's a giant sucking sound that comes out of there. I don't know why. But right here is a pedestrian shopping area that goes for about 1 kilometer through the neighborhood. Really pleasant to walk. I walked it this afternoon, walked it this evening. The stores are closed, of course. And right here is a map of the Asagaya. So that's the railway station. My hotel is, there's that giant sucking sound coming out of the casino. Where is that coming from? Back to the map, my hotel is about there. All these back streets here are just lovely little streets full of restaurants, tiny restaurants, really tiny restaurants. And this is the pedestrian walkway that I was talking about, right there in Asagaya neighborhood. And that's about as much as I know right now. It's very calm here, very quiet. This is not the Tokyo I expected, but I'm not downtown. I'm in the suburb. This is where people live. I can't believe it. After 2 hours of travel, I'm here at the Smile Hotel in Asagaya. That's the metro stop in this neighborhood. Asagaya. First it was an hour and a half from Narita Airport to Tokyo Station. That's one of the main stations in downtown Tokyo, obviously. And from there it was 15 stops over here to Smile Hotel. All done without error, but boy, believe me, it's complicated. I dropped by at the railway station office and picked up this circuit board. No, it's not a circuit board. It's actually the public transit system of trains and metro. And I'm right there at the left edge of that pink circle where I can't point out because I'm holding up the map, but there's a circle right there. Asagaya. So I'm right there. Get the sunshine on this map. I'm right there on the edge of the pink area. I find out that, among other things, for $730, which is just under $10, I can get a day pass that'll take me all over that pink area of Tokyo. The center of Tokyo is Tokyo Station. Well, it's 20 minutes away from the absolute chaos of Tokyo Station. It's Tranquility City here in the Asagaya neighborhood. Narrow streets, charming neighborhood. And very quiet. It's 9 o'clock in the evening. And I still haven't had a chance to eat anything. When I walked this street before, I was struck at all the little restaurants that are really, really tiny. Room for maybe 4 or 5 people. Here's a butcher, still open at 9 o'clock. And here are these little restaurants. The prices of hotel rooms have me looking into the capsule hotels. I'm paying $70 a night, which is really steep. Here are these little restaurants. 2 people, 3 people. A few more here. These little restaurants remind me of the capsule hotels. To talk more about the capsule hotels later. Anyway, that's what the Asagaya neighborhood is like. This is not typical Tokyo. Get your own special chef for 2 people. Here's a street I walked last night, the butcher shop to my right. I just want to illustrate here the incredible calmness that there is in the streets, just minutes from the Asagaya railway station. Along both sides, you find what they describe as hovel restaurants, really small, enough for 4, 5, 6 people, very intimate, and very cozy. I just want to walk a little bit further here to get into a residential area, which comes very quickly. Just to walk along a bit, just minutes further, I'm in this residential area of small, quiet lanes and single-family homes or multi-family homes. Again, the tranquility here is unbelievable. And this is only minutes from the railway station and maybe half an hour train ride into the center of Tokyo. Little shop here selling patisseries and candy. And here's one of these, what I describe as hovel restaurants. Really, really small. And here is the Café de Violon. That is a neighborhood in the Asagaya area. More observations here from the Asagaya neighborhood. The Japanese are really big into vending machines in this restaurant, which seems to be quite popular. The selection is on this board. Make your selection. Then you go over there to this vending machine and you pay for it. And then you go inside and give the ticket to the, there, he's giving the ticket to the cook or chef, and they prepare it for you. So the people inside don't even handle money. They just prepare the food. You pay right here. Pretty impersonal and I guess efficient. Too much for me to handle at this stage, that's for sure. Just trying to survive right now. Let's go get a meal somewhere, but not in a vending machine. And I'm still looking for a place to eat. The Burger King looks incredibly easy and inviting, but I resist. One of the highlights of Asagaya, I'm looking at the railway station, which is the center of all activity. All the commercialism is built around it, and when I speak of commercialism, this is not rampant commercialism that I expect to find in downtown Tokyo, but I just want to point out here in Asagaya, just across from the metro station, is this pedestrian mall. I walked it this afternoon while I was waiting for my hotel room to be available. They don't allow you to go into a hotel room until 3 o'clock. On the other hand, you got to be out of there by 10 in the morning. So last night I had an overnight flight, which seemed like a good idea because it got me into Tokyo early enough to not be rushed. However, I was very tired, and not being able to get into a hotel room, I was kind of wandering around here, and I walked down here. It's about a kilometer. Really nice, covered. So when I finally got into my hotel room at the Smile Hotel, I just kind of passed out for about 4 hours. The overnight flights seemed like a good idea at the time, but they're not really. Kind of lose the next day. So I've kind of lost a day, but hey, you gotta get the feel of it, and I'm far from having the feel of this town. So, well, give it another go tomorrow. I'm in Asagaya Square. The railway station is right there. That's my link to Tokyo. It's early morning, and it's not that early. It's 8:18, and I'm in search of a coffee. Well, there's always this 7-Eleven, and this is the most modern one I've seen. They're all over Asia, including here in Japan. This is the nicest one I've seen, and I'm looking for a coffee. I've been in there before, and it's different. They do not have coffee machines. The best you can get, well, let's go have a look. So in search for coffee, here are the cold drinks. The usual suspects, beer. How much is a beer? $1.95. It's $3. Under $3. In search for coffee. Well, you got to go to the hot drinks section. Hot drinks, and it's all cans and little bottles. Okay, here's coffee. This is coffee. Unfortunately, it's black, so right next to it, I'm going to try this stuff here. Georgia. Seems to be coffee with some milk in it. I'm not really sure, because Maybe you can read Japanese, but it seems to be coffee. I'll give it a shot. Boy, it's a different way of drinking coffee. This costs $1.36. That's about $1.50. It's about as cheap as you can get for coffee in Tokyo. Let's try it. For that coffee, I ended up paying $140, which is about $1.80. And here I am. I'm sitting on a park bench, about to enjoy this coffee. The view is pretty good because I'm looking at a Starbucks that's right glued to the railway station, and I'll check out what a Starbucks coffee. Just a second. Oh, wow. That would have been very nice. I'll check out what a Starbucks coffee costs just a little later after I enjoy this one at the Asagaya railway station in Tokyo, Japan. So I checked into a coffee at Starbucks, and it's just under $4 for a small coffee. So this was my first attempt at a reasonably priced coffee in Japan. Like all coffees in Asia, it's very sweet. It's not bad, but just as a basis of comparison, in Thailand at a 7-Eleven, a coffee costs 14 bahts. That's 50 cents. 50 cents here, it's $1.80. The next thing that mystifies me, there are many, but I'm standing in this park in front of the railway station, and I've walked the whole park, and there is not a garbage can to be found anywhere. I went through this exercise yesterday, and I'm somewhat mystified. What do the Japanese do with their garbage? Well, let's see. I'll drop it off at the Starbucks, hopefully. My best bet for breakfast are these yogurt containers, which are actually quite large for just over $1. I mix that with oatmeal, and away I go. Here's a look at the Tokyo railway and metro system. It's pretty overwhelming, and I'm right there at Asagaya, where the arrow is. The downtown area is over here. It's about 20 minutes to get there, and these are the machines that you can get a Suica pass or Pasmo pass, which allows you to use the system without having to buy individual tickets. We'll talk about tomorrow. My first day in Tokyo, I'm looking for an electrical adapter for my computer to fit the plugs here in Japan. And what do I get on my first evening here? I get Rush Limbaugh on the radio here in the store. I can't believe it. Price, Foley, and Steve Simpson of the Institute for Justice.